Hey, how's it going? I'm here with Baby Whipper 2.0 and I want to increase the power, take the mass ratio up. Last shots were at 332 to 1 mass ratio. I have it set back at the same weight. Just do a timing check and check our aim. Shooting at 30 yards, 31 yards, something like that, to the refrigerator we have drawn up as a castle. I've stabilized, or made an attempt to stabilize, the tracks from the last time. They were kind of bouncing around, and that is definitely going to affect accuracy. So yeah, I guess that's what's up. Well, eventually we'll take the mass ratio up to about 550, 542, I think. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's a hit. Man, I love it when that happens. Yeah, that sounded hard. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Yep. Took Kilroy out. I don't think hiding behind that is gonna help you. Man, that was awesome. There it is. Oh yeah, that's a hole. Oh, and we broke the shelf, glass shelf. That's why it was so loud. Oh man, that was awesome. Wow. Wow, that makes me happy. That is a big hole. Bam. 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 That was off a skip shot. All right. Up the counterweight. Added 20 more pounds. We're at 90 pounds. Throwing these 3.37 ounce steel ball bearings. I've got enough room on the bar for another 20 pounds, which I have laying right there. What's gonna happen here? Well, adding the weight is gonna make it fall a little bit further forward, probably right at bottom dead center, which means it may bring the release pin angle up a little bit, because we were dropping behind just a little bit, so that brings the arm further over and the pin angle down. If that arm stalls further back, the release pin angle is going to come up, and we might go over the top, since we're already hitting near the top. But they tend to hold, when you go up in mass ratio, they tend to hold the projectile longer. So that could keep it down where we want it. So, woo, my heart's pounding. 3, 2, 1. No hit. Must have gone over. The downrange cam, the target camera, hopefully caught that. All right. Shot 3. Shot was moving too fast to capture on video, but I'm going to assume that the drop point change from adding 20 pounds affected the arm stall, pulled the arm stall back, raising the pin angle. So I put 3/8 of a turn of the props, the timing props in it. Hopefully that'll bring it down. 3, 2, 1. No hit. Shot 5. Added pin. Couple degrees of pin. Come on, baby. Yes! Oh yeah. That's what I wanted. Right there. Booyah. All right, 107 pounds on the machine. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, plus the bar is 7, oh, plus another like 3, so 110 pounds. A 3.37 ounce steel bearing. Have a couple of sticks propping the cradle a little higher. Man, got an awesome hit last shot. Okay, hope we don't break the hanger. This is pushing it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Oh! We got a hit, and the machine didn't break. Woohoo! Well, I'm looking. I don't see it. Okay, that was weird. Did I get a skip shot? Skip shot? maybe. That camera should see. All right, I'm gonna redo that last shot. I didn't roll the machine forward from that stop I have back there, and that affects everything, all the timing. So I'm gonna run it back. Yeah. And 3, 2, 1. Did not get a hit. All right, shot 7. On video review, I had some tip wobble, so I elevated the cradle about another quarter to 3/8 of an inch or so. That's all I changed. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I saw that ball. That was in the dirt. Okay. That's good. I saw it. Okay. Shot 11. 110 pounds. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, yeah. Sweet. That's what I wanted. Going for the gate.